Hi friends, I'm Jane and this is Finca. Welcome. I bought a new dress. I haven't been shopping for clothes for close to a year. Has been a year, hasn't it, darling? When was the last time we shopped for any clothes? Okay, it's been about 18 months since we shopped for clothes. And we have a few rules about clothes shopping which we try and stick to. Rules that I forgot when I purchased my new dress, and that is that we only buy things if they are at least 70% natural fibres. Now, I have not looked at the label on this yet. I have a feeling I might be disappointed. There it is. 100% viscose. Now, viscose poses a bit of a problem. It is derived from natural fibres, from wood pulp. So in a way, it is a natural fibre. However, the chemical process used to make it into a fibre is not especially eco-friendly. So yeah, that really, but I like it. Yeah, this is the problem with clothes. We're not connected to the local grid as regards water is concerned. All our water on the finca comes from a well on the finca, and all our grey water goes back into the ground on the finca. Now, if your clothes are made from polyester or other similar man-made fibres, or even have a slight polyester content, that's basically plastic. And every time you wash your clothes in the washing machine, little microscopic fibres of plastic go into your grey water, and wherever your grey water goes, your pollution goes with it. There are three things we do to try and counteract this. Number one is buy less. That was fairly easy to do here. We don't go out and about every single day. We need very few smart clothes. Mostly it's workwear. Number two, wash our clothes less. Even that's not really inconvenient. Workwear is worn until it's really filthy. I mean, really filthy. The third thing was that when we do buy new clothes, we want to buy only natural fibres, or as close to natural, totally natural fibres as possible. That's really difficult, simply because of what's available. You'd have thought that if I make my own clothes, you have a much greater control over the fibre content and therefore the sustainability of your clothes than you would if you were just buying them. That's true and not true. There is surprisingly not a huge supply of sustainable fibre out there. Yeah, there isn't the same choice. So by saying I'm only going to buy natural fabrics, I really made the pot very small that I have to choose from. And I have quite often also been hampered by lack of cash because they're more expensive. cheap material, just like cheap clothing, is usually plastic. And of course, the good thing about having all natural fibers in your clothing is that when eventually it does come to the end of its life and you can no longer wear it, you can recycle it into household items, possibly, all sorts of things. But when it's really totally done, you can compost it. And within actually quite a short time, the fibers will break down and go back into nature and disappear. You cannot compost modern fibers. If you have a polyester cotton shirt and you put it in the compost, the cotton will degrade and biodegrade and disappear, and you will be left with plastic fibers in your compost. No, I don't want that. So the goal is to send a small amount of stuff as possible, a small amount of fabric as possible from this finca to landfill. And in order to meet that goal, throughout the pandemic, I have been using scraps of fabric to make purposeful items. In particular, gift bags. I have quite a number of these things now. And there are other things, stuff we call Fripperies, bracelets made from the seam, from jeans and some beads, this kind of stuff. I ended up with quite a pile of this stuff. So I decided I would try and sell it. I'm no stranger to selling stuff that I have made. However, the really hard thing, and this has always been a hard thing, is how do you price it? It might be a frippery, but it took hours to make. It might be recycled denim jeans, but there's a lot of skill and ingenuity goes into this. So how do you price that? If you charge too little, you can feel like your work is undervalued and that you personally, your skill is undervalued. Whether it's an involved piece of artwork that took months to do, or a frippery that took a couple of hours, it's really difficult to put a monetary value on that. Now, I refuse to have my work judged in monetary terms because something is only worth what someone is prepared to pay for it. And the monetary value that you assign to your goods is neither here nor there. Now, I do realize that if you are doing this to earn a living, money is really important. But for me, money is not the end goal of this exercise. All I have to do is make sure that I make enough money to cover my costs. Things like the wire in the bracelets, the elastic in the hair scrunchie, you know, my threads. My time is my choice to spend my time doing that, and it is not something I expect to get paid for. So I just am pricing them really low. The second reason why I'm pricing them really low is that I don't live near the coast where there are tourists or foreigners who are prepared to pay a little bit extra for handmade goods. The people here are country people, country folk who, how shall I put it? They're thrifty, and there is nothing wrong with that. So, market, I'm going to have to price them low, and I refuse to feel bad about that. Okay, well, I arrived at the market. I came a little bit late, which meant that I got an absolutely terrible spot where they shoehorned me in. The last time I was here there were not as many stalls, so it's obviously got more popular, but there are no shoppers. So I don't think I'm going to sell anything at all. I most definitely need a table. That's just appalling. Old ladies can't bend down. They just walk past. You have to look at the stuff and they just, yeah, they can't bend down. It doesn't look like any young people come here. Still, you don't know till you try, do you? It's only once a month, so I might try again next month. Or I might just forget it. Well, that was the artisanal market. It's actually more second-hand than artisanal, but that was it. I sold one hair scrunchie for €1.50. Stall, having a place there doesn't cost you any money, so I'm not out of pocket, except I bought a tablecloth for €7, so I actually used my entire float of change to buy this tablecloth. I really didn't care if I sold anything after that point. I was so excited I found a pure linen tablecloth. It's linen. It was, when it was new, really good quality. Why don't people value this stuff anymore? I know it's old-fashioned. Don't understand. Thank you for watching. See you next time.